Hello peeps and hello peppers, and welcome to a belated Lundi the Monday Puffin. If you've never been here, hello stranger, it's great to have you here. My name is Frida Martens. I'm a German-born artist with multiple disabilities living in Iceland, and I find it royally funny that the French word for puffin spells exactly the same the French word for Monday spells exactly the same way as the Icelandic word for puffin, Lundi. So, yes, I have a category on this YouTube channel called Lundi the Monday Puffin. And since I'm done with my puffin tarot and also done with all my fun facts about puffins in themselves, I made myself a weekly schedule in my art class with puffins as the main actors. Of course, Monday was yesterday, and the most important thing I took home and I'm comfortable sharing is that I was in a meeting about setting boundaries. I decided to write this in Icelandic because many people are not even aware that Icelandic in itself is a language. Maybe we should go through the days of the week. Mánudagur is also connected to the word Maune, the moon, sort of like lundi in French is connected to la lune, also the moon. But like it's interesting for our linguist and ethnologist friends that someone in an old book has claimed that like in the colder countries, it's more the tendency that the sun is a female and the moon is a male, like in German, der Mond, him, moon, and in Icelandic, Mánin with two N in the end. But like Solin, yeah, soul spells sort of like this Spanish soul, but in Spanish it's El Sol, him, sun, and in Icelandic it's Hun soul. So you can even be called Soul as a name, like especially as a middle name, sort of like Eva Soul. But you can also be called Solrún or Soldis. Um, and you can also be called Sunna. And Sunnudagur is, of course, the sun day. I'm drawing a church here because, like, one of the nicknames of the puffin is Prestur, priest, like, due to the awkward way it walks and due to the way it has a black jacket. And I decided actually to give the church guests here the shape of a puffling, of a young puffin, because, yeah, Jesus said if you don't embrace the kingdom of God like a child, then you will not go to the heavens, sort of. I mean, of course, I grew up in a religious home where the church was important, but I don't take the Bible literal, but I still allow myself to be a little bit naive in believing in miracles and such. So actually this thing above the puffin could be both like a halo and a window and a clock. Not all churches in Iceland have a clock, but like some do, because like in the olden days the church was kind of the most elevated point in the village. But actually I'm only conscious of 3 churches, like right now. I can only come up with 3 churches in Iceland that I know that actually have a clock tower as such, like the St. Helgrim's Church, the one that is supposed to look like an icicle that you see on a lot of postcards. Then the old cathedral in Reykjavik that is actually very humble for a cathedral, but I also learned in history classes at school, cathedral only means that it's a bishop's seat. Yes, the Cathedral of Akureyri also has a clock because it is from the same architect as the St. Helgrim's Church. And it is also supposed to look like a set of icicles, but Yeah. And then, of course, the church in my ever so beloved Borgarnes, that plays a little of a role in my novels. But let's say if I want to check what time it is, I'm looking at my phone. And talking about other ways of defining time. Like, I once heard from a Canadian person that in Canada, Sunday is considered the first day of the week. And that actually aligns with this old Icelandic way of counting. And like, it's my understanding that some parts of modern day Canada were founded by Icelanders, and the Icelanders actually taught the Canadians to put salt in the butter. I found that a very annoying habit when I was in Canada because I don't like salted butter. When I then attended an Iceland exhibition, sort of by accident, and got the idea I want to learn Icelandic. Well, I don't know if I knew already then that I would kind of land in Iceland to find my sort of forever home, but I find salted butter annoying. And I mostly find it cheaper than the normal salt-free butter that tastes very creamy. Yeah. So, talking about Sunday being the first day of the week, then the Monday is the moon day. Then the third day of the week would be þriðjudagur, which is called Tuesday. And I think Tuesday revolves around two. But þriðjung is, for instance, like the third part. So yes, þriðjudagur is the third day. And actually, yeah, the word dulcitone doesn't have an Icelandic equivalent. That's a musical instrument that comes forward in my book. It's kind of a very rare instrument, but actually I've helped like translate some books that were centered around social services. So actually the team always asked, how would you translate da, 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 da in Icelandic? Because Icelandic is a very archaic language related to Old English and Old Norwegian. And you have to sometimes create new words for like everything out of old word fragments. Often to the effect that you have to think what is important about this word. So dulcitone means like sweet tones, and it's sort of, I would say, the love child of a little piano and a metallophone. I have also heard the expression bell piano for it. And it is my understanding that these guys in this sort of etherical, well-known band, Siguros, have such a thing. So if I ever meet them, and if they are ever willing to talk to me, like, because sometimes you see celebrities on the street here in a really normal way, I might want to ask them how they translate this word dulcitone. But okay, I have to write the dulcitone chapter in English today, period. Ding, 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 ding. Miðvikudagur is, of course, the midweek day. That's why I also have this Miðvikudagsmanatee category on this YouTube channel. Then Fimmtudagur is, of course, the fifth day, but that's again when you don't count that þriðjudagur is the, yes, you, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, I don't have to understand it. Fimmtudagur is the fifth day. And föstudagur is fasting day. That is Friday. Actually, I find it a little bit interesting that you call the Friday the fasting day because, like, the word Friday, or in German Freitag, was taught to me as being connected to the goddess Freya, uh, who is also real common in old Icelandic beliefs. So why don't we have a Freya day? I will have to research that if people are really interested. Laugardagur is actually sort of my favorite day of the week, also because of old memories and because Laugar means like hot springs. So um, the way I understand it, Laugardagur is called Laugardag because on Saturday, the word Saturn day is connected to Saturn, the god of harvest. Okay, on Saturday, in Iceland, especially the women came together by the hot springs and put the laundry in the hot springs. Don't try this at home nowadays. I think I've made numerous videos about like these no bathing and no touching signs around natural springs are there for a reason. And I am putting my laundry in the washing machine. But yes, here, when you, let's say, don't manipulate the water in the water tap, it comes out hot first. And sometimes they actually have to turn off the hot water, and sometimes they have to turn out the cold water for maintenance of these pipes, because the pipes pump the water directly from the geothermal earth to the houses. And that's actually also one of the reasons why I, with my autism, don't like showering, because like there is, it takes very long to produce a way of the middle with the water. So it's either quite hot or quite cold coming out of the tap. So I prefer showering at swimming pools because there other people have already used the shower and the water is more temperated. Um, and yes, I kind of need to uh, write like really short keywords for everything. Like Sund is the much-cited swimming pool. Sjukra Fjallvun is sick training, meaning physiotherapy. Harpa is a building. It means harp, so it's a concert building. I think you've seen this in many pictures of Reykjavik because it has this honeycomb structure. And let's say it plays a role in my book that I rather mean as a parody. So I hope you shall enjoy your week and get your own goals done step by step. And yeah, I wish you a great week. And please write in the comments what you would like to know about the Icelandic language or Iceland or Puffins. That may take some more time to research. And yes, I gave the Puffin on the fasting day like a cup of tea or a cup of soup, because when for some rhyme and reason I can't eat, I drink soup. Yeah, I wish you that you can drink and eat what you may like. Bye bye.